Hello everybody and welcome back to Rapid Fire Friday Nights, brought to you by Super Short Boys. I'm your host, A.LIVE, and after this hiatus, it is glad to be back. Back here and brought to you live from Boston, Massachusetts. We have a wonderful return show planned for you tonight, okay? Our main event for this evening, Samson Payne will be taking on both of the Hellions of the Moth in a handicap match, 2-on-1. If Samson Payne is able to fend off both of those Hellions, then the Samson Payne Mothman match at high noon next week will be held inside a steel cage. And you want to talk about title matches like that one? Well, you remember that Internet Championship? We'll jump right in to the Internet Championship being defended this week. As the challenger, Jorts Lumberjackson makes his way to the ring. Now, Jorts is what will be referred to as a grappler. Okay, he's very good at throwing people around. He isn't the most technical of wrestlers. You're not going to see him bust out some fancy sleeper hold. In fact, he does use some sort of submission hold. It's just a bear hug, where he squeezes you to death with his bare hands. Except not to death, and bare hands is a pun. We have our grappler here, Jorts Lumberjackson, taking on the current Internet Champion, Casanova. And you see, Casanova just won this title last week from King Falcon. Now, the key with the Internet Championship is that you have to defend it every single week. It's not like the World Championship, although one may be a bit more prestigious than the other. The YouTube Championship, you gotta hold on to that for dear life, because if you're not putting in 100% every single week, then it's gonna slip through your grasp. As we have with our previous champion, King Falcon, only holding on to it for 1 week. For all intents and purposes, Casanova has also only held on to the title for 1 week. Well, we may have been on hiatus for 2 weeks. This show was not. This was, in fact, recorded on time. So, no hiatus. Essentially no hiatus. As our champion, Casanova, is looking to go one-on-one here with Jorts Lumberjackson. And I think what we're going to need to see here, this is going to be a big showing for Cass. If he's able to hit the heart piercer, I think it's over for Jorts. The challenger, Lumberjackson, versus our champion, Casanova. Now, the heart piercer is what took out Falcon last week. One swift blow from the heart piercer, and that was it for Falcon. So I could see the exact same thing happening here. This match came about actually due to our Battle Royal last week. Jorts demanded this match as victory for his Battle Royal win, and we gave it to him because that was the rules of the Battle Royal. So now Jorts is going after a explicit word for the cowboy, as we have Casanova going off to a quick lead right now. Swift strikes followed up by a DDT, knocking the big guy, Jorts Lumberjackson, down. Now this is where Casanova is looking strong, let me tell you that. Swift Russian leg sweep out the barrel And he is taking this match, much like our show, rapid fire. Now, I'd imagine both of these competitors would love to go into high noon with that world title. No, with the internet title. Caught myself there. Going into the show as the champion is a lot more reliable than having to leave high noon as champion. And going into this special event as the champion is a good way to have your stock in the company rose. And if I had to pick a favorite here, as is tradition, I am putting 80% of my net worth down on George Lumberjackson. I think he's the favorite to win every single match that he's in. Huge senton, not quite catching all of it. I think he only got the leg there on Cass. Fortunately, though, he's still able to keep his momentum going. Probably going to have to see Lumberjackson think again about climbing to the top rope and doing those acrobatic moves. Big guy knows how to make trees fall, but he doesn't fall that gracefully himself. As he's throwing right hands to the champion. Irish whip into the corner. Our large and in charge George Lumberjackson is handing it to Casanova. And there's the bear hug. Bear hug coming out here by George Lumberjackson, trying to choke out, crush the lungs of Casanova. Cass is able to throw some punches, breaking the bear hug, but that must be hurting his lung. Flying forearm. Cass is giving everything he's got left. I thought he would have been out more there. Belly to belly. Suplex there by George Lumberjackson. 1 count, 2 count, 3 count. George Lumberjackson emerges victorious. And you got to see there, that's the thing with George. He's really good at throwing people around. This bear hug, it may not have been able to tap Casanova out, but you know what? It takes the wind out of you. He's trying to crush your lungs. You're getting out of breath real quick with the crushed lung, let me tell you that. And that was the belly-to-belly suplex that takes Cass down as George Lumberjackson struts proudly over to redeem the Internet Championship. Our third champion in as many weeks. It's going to be a tough call for anybody to hold on to that championship. Week after week, let's see. We're going to be keeping score who can hold on to that title for the longest. And if we're talking about long things, we're going to talk about Barathrum right now, because for a long time he's been angry at Golden Bongs older than the Bible. That's his name. As cryptically challenging Golden Bongs on the first week. And now, after ultimatums have been glanced over by Golden Bongs himself, Barathrum has vowed to break the neck of Lamoska. As essentially a warning to Golden Bongs, and I hope Lamoska's gonna be okay after this one. I don't think we want to see any of our competitors with a broken neck, and probably have to reprimand Barathrum a bit, but I don't think he cares. Barathrum has been a classic in the Super Short Boys organization, having come across from another timeline. Barathrum is... That's Golden Bongs! Golden Bongs is here. He's attacking Barathrum. Golden Bongs has finally showed himself to the Super Short Boys universe, assaulting Barathrum and thus saving Lamoska in the process. Golden Bongs just taking it. What the hell?
I accept your challenge, Barathrum.
What the fuck was that? Honestly. I'm actively... What the fuck kind of time travel shit is this? Well, I'm at a loss for words. Fortunately, though, we actually have a camera backstage here. Picking up, we got Casanova looking not too bad after his loss. Exchanging some words with Falcon, although our microphone seems not to be picking up any of these exchange of words. Curious to see what that leads to, but Falcon really didn't seem too happy about what Casanova said. What the fuck happened with Golden Bongs? We got this damn time travel, timeline splicing bullshit happening last time. I don't want it to happen this time. No more messing with the timeline. Let's get into our next match. Okay. This is just what I need. And I mean this. Salmon Money Inc. coming down to the ring. Now, Salmon Money Inc., despite their name, not really worth the money. Salmon Money Inc. is the team consisting of Iguanadonis in the green and Lemon Shark in the yellow. It is managed by that man in the background there, the Salmon, or at least that's what he calls himself. Salmon Money Inc. is an investment firm, I believe, and the Salmon sees these two competitors as his investments. Now, I would not invest with them based on either of their performances in Super Short Boys so far, and this other team is Pistula's Internet Militia, who is referred to as Pimp for short. I'd imagine Pistula Donkeles is not the biggest fan of Salmon Money Inc., but no one really is. The Salmon may think of himself as an investor, but in reality, I think he just loses all his money in crypto. I will make sure of this. I have a feeling that the Salmon may try to convince the Super Short Boys organizations to make NFTs of Iguanadonis and Lemon Shark, but we will not be participating in any non-fungible tokens. We believe in the fungibility of all tokens for all, as our match begins with the Ninja Critic and Iguanadonis in the ring. Iguanadonis standing his ground, throwing hands with the Ninja Critic. Axe kick by the Lizardman. Tagging in Lemon Shark. Who's a Lemon Shark? Don't have much to say, except, you know what, the fans were kind of behind Lemon Shark earlier until, the Salmon actually showed up. I can understand why people don't like the Salmon. As Lemon Shark is swiftly in control, throwing those fists at the Critic. Taken in justly. See, we have a very chaotic tag division going on right now outside of our title scene. We have Pimp constantly fighting with Psychratis. The Bobka Boys picking up wins over everyone. And then Salmon Money Inc. is just here. As Pimp is bringing Lemon Shark into the corner as Cobalt is tagged into the match. Flipping Lemon Shark over flat on his back like a flounder. Floundering by Lemon Shark. Just a senton there by Cobalt. Iguanadonis has faith in his partner or does not understand the rules of a tag team contest, but Lemon Shark is able to kick out of the senton suplex by Cobalt onto the Lemon Shark. Nobody see that coming except for Cobalt himself. As Salmon Money Inc. is kind of struggling to regain their footing, although they had an explosive start. It seems like they needed that counter to come back into the fray. Lemon Shark is dragging Cobalt around the floor into the middle of the ring, going for a pin himself. Lemon Shark knows the rules. Who knows how sentient these creatures really are? And is what Salmon doing equivalent to modern-day slavery? Oh my goodness. Probably not. Iguanadonis is here in the ring. The large and ripped individual. Lizardman just tackling down Cobalt, throwing those hands. Doing a little dance for the crowd as Cobalt is able to use that dance time to tag in Critic. Iguanadonis doesn't care. He is a Chad among geckos. As he goes for the pin right there after a turnbuckle smash. The Lizard Man Iguanadonis shocked and confused at the ability of the Critic to kick out. You know, I think picking over a win against Pimp. Pimp's beaten Psychratus. I don't think I wouldn't say Pimp is number 2 in the tag division right now. But Pimp is probably like 3 or 4, and I imagine a win by Sam and Money Inc. is going to raise their stock. Could Sam and Money Inc. potentially be the 3rd greatest tag team in Super Short Boys? We'll have to see, as all they've done so far is a previous loss against Hellions of the Month, in which they weren't even the most notable part of that contest. As Lemon Shark is in control now with the Critic in the ring. Trapping his arm in the ropes, using the tension of the ropes against him. Super kick by the Lemon Shark. Cartwheel taunting for the crowd. They love the Lemon Shark. Hurricane Rana onto Cobalt. Let me tell you one thing. I think this Lemon Shark is 50% taunts and 25% lemon, 25% shark. As Iguanadonis is 100%. He's 100% getting kicked in the head right there. 100% in control of this situation. Iguanadonis just tackling them down. He'd probably be really good at American football. Going for the pin attempt, not even a 1 count onto Cobalt there. Flying fist there by Iguanadonis. 1 count, 2 count. It was almost a 3 count. Mother Nature beware. The lizards, they're flying. It's Lemon Shark waiting, stalking Cobalt, stalking the prey to get to his feet as the Lemon Shark is pouncing. Throwing those fast, blubbery fists of a shark. Big splash in the water like a shark. Now let me tell you, this is going to answer the age-old question. Who would win in a fight? A shark or a tiger? And let me tell you something, it looks like this shark is fighting in his home territory and this tiger is swimming through the ocean. This blue tiger. Swimming in the ocean against the shark. Although, Pimp has had good reactions so far. 1, 2. Almost a 3 count, not quite. Pimp has had good results so far, beating Psychratus. Although, Rasmus, although being a notable competitor, Psychratus has picked up nothing but losses since entering Super Short Boys. As Cobalt is repeatedly slamming the head of Lemon Shark into the mat. I imagine a win from either of these teams would place them higher in our standings. Close enough to be considered for tag team title contention, I would say. As Lemon Shark hooks the arms, goes for a double underhook backbreak. Sometimes it takes me a moment as Lemon Shark going for a submission hold. Like an execution or something? I don't remember what that one is. Lemon Shark's pinning the Critic after the execution. 1, 2, 3. Sam and Money Inc. picks up a win. Lemon Shark is victorious. Iguanadonis, Salmon's investment is paying off, let me tell you. If I was allowed to bet on more than one match, I would have probably bet against Salmon, but let me tell you this. You're gonna see it now. Hashtag invest in salmon money. That's a long hashtag, but he's gonna try to start it. I know for a fact. You're gonna see the salmon trying to start a hashtag for his investment fund. Great replay camera, guy. Love to see it. Love to see it. You're gonna see the shark there. At least the fans excited in that one. That is a massive diving kick. I think Salmon Money Inc. is coming into their own. Despite not having the best teamwork in Super Short Boys, you know, Guanadonis is big enough and Lemon Shark's quick enough that their team is working out, and I think the investment is finally starting to see dividends. Salmon Money Inc. comes out victorious in their last match. As we look forward to the rest of the card. And speaking of tag team matches, we have to interrupt real quickly as we have come to find Falcon attacking Casanova backstage. Whatever Cass must have told Falcon earlier must have really set him off. This is not not acceptable, but I'm aware of what our fans demanded last time, and they said we wanted to see Cutlass assault Delaware backstage. And oh my goodness, suplex onto the stage equipment. That's crazy. And we're not cutting this right away. We have a bit of time before the next contestants are scheduled to come out to the ring, so I guess we can watch Casanova and Falcon beat each other up backstage as Falcon is in control with his baseball bat, just cracking on the skull of Casanova. Slips out of his hands. This baseball bat sounds like it's corked, TBH. You gotta hear that nice smack every time. Casanova is now in control backstage, already fighting that one match against Lumberjackson earlier today. Back body drop onto Falcon by Casanova. Super kick, whatever these two are upset about. It looks like Falcon's probably regretting that decision as the kendo stick comes into play. What's a kendo stick? I don't know. I just watch wrestling. Breaking the stick from its usage. Cass is taking a kick to the stomach there by Falcon. DDT onto the equipment cases. Falcon just tossing Casanova around. This has got it. This is unfair. This is violent. And you know what this is also going to be? Exciting. As they just beat each other. Wet the baseball bat over and ripping it out of his hand, swinging for the home run in the gut of Casanova. Oh my goodness. Oh man. The sound of that bat cracking against their heads is just, ugh. There's just regicide onto Casanova. Falcon, not done, picks up the steel chair and batters the body of Casanova with it. Why is no one stopping this? I swear, last time this happened, we had people there within like 2 minutes to stop Cutlass in Delaware. But now all of a sudden that it's Casanova and Falcon, no one seems to give a shit. As they just mercilessly assault each other backstage. Suplex here by Casanova. Falcon, this is probably not going the way he planned. Backbreaker onto Falcon by Casanova as Cass brings back the bat. And as these two men mercilessly assault each other, repeated groin shots. Oh my goodness, Cass. That ain't cool. Repeated groin shots to Falcon. That's one way to get a vasectomy. As leg strikes there. This is going, we have a match coming up. We're gonna have, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to, even if they're beating each other up, we have like the competitors are waiting. We're gonna have to move on to the next match, unfortunately. As these two continue to have a Three Stooges battle backstage, we have to switch over to the ring as we have our next match. And as we talk about assaults backstage, who is to forget the last one? Captain Cutlass is coming down to the ring. Captain Cutlass, a mythical monster within Super Short Boys history, with legendary feuds against the Dirty Rat Rasmus and others who cannot be named. Cutlass, monstrous proportions, coming down to the ring after hospitalizing Roland Delaware for 3 weeks, making the anime protagonist unable to compete at our special event this month. High Noon Delawareless. Delawareless? Rolandless. But we will have to see if it is Cutlass. As Cutlass is going to be going one-on-one for the second time on Rapid Fire Friday nights. His opponent, a notable competitor with much under his belt and a chip on his shoulder and a sting in his punch. As Captain Cutlass is ready to take on B-Punch. Cutlass last week defeating Rasmus in a one-on-one match, and B-Punch last week beating Big Sludge. B-Punch is definitely in the upper echelon, although he's I'm gonna say this knowing full well the pun is there, but I swear that I'm not doing this to make the pun. B-Punch is like a B+. Although he's never achieved that title shot for that Super Short Boys Championship, he's always on the cusp. He has been, I mean, I guess he did have that 6-man Hell in a Cell match, but like everybody did. So like, who cares? That doesn't really count. That was a multi-man. But he's been in several qualifying matches that he has just come up short in. As he goes for the huge sit-out powerbomb immediately on to Captain Cutlass. And now let me tell you. Oh, he's going for the pinfall already. Captain Cutlass is an intimidating foe to go up against. Now, many will have their own interpretations. Cutlass doesn't stay down. That is how I see it. No matter what you do, Captain Cutlass will be coming after you. You can't stop it. Once he sets his sights, he doesn't stay down. As B-Punch goes for the quick assaults there, gets countered by Cutlass. B-Punch seems to be going to end this quickly, rocking Cutlass and throwing him across the ring. Flying forearm to the back of the head there. Very impressive dodge by B-Punch. He seems to be trying to end this quickly because I don't think you can win a match of endurance against the ghost of Captain Cutlass. He's a ghost pirate. Do ghosts have stamina? I don't know, as he's throwing a flurry of punches to the helmet of Cutlass. Not even a 1 count from those rapid flurry of blows. And with B-Punch, he's really good at punching, so I imagine the mask rattles Cutlass even more. Ooh, nice leg sweep there by B-Punch, who is in control for this match. The light, what the heck? The light, Cutlass! What kind of pirate ghost magic is going on here? Turning the lights off. Appearing behind B-Punch. What the heck is this? As Cutlass is in control now after a self-situated surprise attack on B-Punch, I would say. Cutlass climbing to the top rope himself. Diving axe handle dodged by B punch. As he goes heaving into the air for that massive uppercut, that signature uppercut by B punch. Heaves Cutlass in the air. B punch is in control once again. Can B punch get vengeance on to Cutlass? Has Cutlass met his match? The Ghost Pirate can't take on the protector of bees in nature. B punches. Cutlass is throwing on a bunch of fists of his own, taunting the crowd as he turns his attention yet again, throwing those fists right at B punch. What the music? Delaware's back! Delaware's back! He's confronting Cutlass in the middle of the match. B punch goes for the quick roll up. Is he going to be able to get the win here? No! Even with the distraction from Delaware, B punch wasn't able to use that element of surprise. Cutlass begins walking the plank with B punch as he stares down Delaware. Walk the plank with B punch. As he goes for the pin here, Delaware looking on from ringside. As much as Delaware would love to interfere with this match, all that would do is put another victory under Cutlass's belt, and I'd imagine B punch wouldn't be too big a fan of that. The ship sinker. B punch has had his ship sunk as Cutlass goes for the pin here. 1 count, 2 count, 3 count. Cutlass emerges victorious, sinking the ship of B punch. There's that massive uppercut from earlier in the match. I thought he had him here. The element of surprise with Delaware was not enough to keep Cutlass down. And as I say constantly, you can't keep him down. That was the ship sinker. Or this is the ship sinker to end the match. Just look how the height he was thrown from there. B punch isn't even small. He's not like a light dude. Cutlass is just crazy strong. As Cutlass celebrates his victory in the match, staring down Delaware, summoning the flames from whatever earthly realm he is as he sends a message to Delaware. Don't mess with me. Impressive showing there. And coming up next on our show, we have 2 fan favorites competing against each other, in which I would like to call the Battle of the Blues. Yeah, Battle of the Blues is what I'll go with for that. As we have both essentially blue characters going off against each other, and this was not thematic at all. Just something I noticed after the fact, before our match was queued up. As we have coming down to the ring, Big Sludge. Big Sludge, you may know him for being Big Sludge and other accomplishments in his career, such as Big Sludge. Now, Big Sludge has been described as Big Sludge and is very vocal at describing others as not Big Sludge. In fact, I'm sure in his eyes, his opponent tonight, Azure Ballet, is not Big Sludge. We'll have to see how that pales in the match. Big Sludge is, although he's considers himself Big Sludge and his name Big Sludge, he, performance-wise, I wouldn't even consider it Big Sludge. Or at least in his usage of the word. Although he may use the term Big Sludge in a figuratively literal sense, if you're aware of what I'm trying to communicate here. Where, people will use the word literally to mean figuratively in Big Sludge. Although his performances haven't been very good or successful in any way, he does describe positive things as Big Sludge and things that he deems negative as not Big Sludge. Speaking of things that could be considered Big Sludge or not Big Sludge, we have his opponent coming out here, Azure Ballet. Protege of La Mosca, making a name for himself quickly here in Super Short Boys himself. Azure Ballet is already in my good books, doing a very Big Sludge act indeed by banishing the Burple guy away from the company. And as I repeatedly keep bringing up the fact that he removed Burple guy from the company, I am fully aware that it still leaves his mark in the company, and I should just stop talking about Burple guy anyway. But I'm sure this win here would be very lovely for Azure Ballet, and a win at all would be very good for Big Sludge. And I am not going to be using Big Sludge as an adjective for the remainder of this match. So we have Azure Ballet coming off of a loss. I believe he was the first one eliminated in the four-man Battle Royal last week. Although, you know, that's up against La Mosca, Lumberjackson, and Barathrum. You know, someone's got to go out first. That was a Big Sludge performance. Damn it, that was unintentional. I apologize. Azure Ballet could really use the win here. Big Sludge could always use a win. Big Sludge is dubbed the no-win king by the fans because, you know, he's never won. I'm sure one of these days we'll see it happen. There's a non-zero chance constantly. Although a 1% chance is not that great. So, despite, honestly, everything Big Sludge has done, which is lose a lot, and honestly, just anger other people, Big Sludge is surprisingly a fan favorite. People love to see him just get his ass kicked. It's just how it goes. People love to see him get beat up. I guess there's also that hope deep down that one of these days that Big Sludge will pick up a victory in the future. As the Battle of the Blues commences, Big Sludge versus Azure Ballet. Size advantage is definitely Big Sludge. Experience technically also goes to Big Sludge, but who knows how much wrestling training he's had. Literal in-ring matches in Super Short Boys, it's Big Sludge. He's got the experience, he's got the size, he's got the strength. I don't know how he is still not the favorite, but he's Big Sludge. Big Sludge going for an early pin against Ballet here. Kicking out. Big Sludge being dominant. You see, Big Sludge somehow, with all of his size, does not hit hard and doesn't take any punishment. It's like as soon as Big Sludge is flat on his back, he's just done for. Giant swinging DDT there by Azure Ballet, taking the big man to the ground, and I could honestly see this being the end of Big Sludge right there. Only a 1 count. Azure Ballet's a bit shocked too, me as well. Big Sludge and Ballet getting into it. Massive leg lariat knocking Sludge onto the ground. Diving fist drop to the head of Big Sludge. See, Azure Ballet's plan here is definitely to use his speed, and not size, but agility to his use as he climbs to the top rope. Diving elbow drop, dodged by Big Sludge. That's the most impressive thing he's ever done. I believe in Big Sludge is going to pick up a win one of these days. It has to happen. He can't just always lose. That would be ridiculous. As a massive right hand and another massive other hand to Azure Ballet, getting dropped on the apron. Big Sludge is taking this outside the ring. I don't think he's really done this before. This could be a new strategy emerging by Big Sludge. You know what? A new strategy could be exactly what he needs to go on the dominant streak he was born for. This could be the beginning of the era of Big Sludge. We could see him get the world title off a string of victories coming off of this. Who cares if you lost all those matches ago? You're winning now. Big Sludge, I believe in you. Throwing Azure Ballet into the corner there. Azure Ballet
Big Sludge is very cool. I hope he
throwing
wins.
Big Sludge around. Climbing back into the ring. Big Sludge could lose by countout. Azure Ballet decides no countout here. Leg lariat by Big Sludge. He copied that one from Azure Ballet. Very fancy, very fancy. As he just picks up the little bird, throws him around back into the apron. Fun fact, apron is the hardest part of the ring. Essentially being thrown into the vertex of a rectangular prism. There's your daily dose of mathematics, brought to you by A.LIVE and Super Short Bulls. So Azure Ballet goes for a huge stomp to the chest of Big Sludge. Throw Big Sludge around into the stairs, much like Big Sludge did to him. Count of 7, Azure Ballet goes back into the ring. 8 count. No count out. Well, count out is still a method of victory. If you are not able to get back in the ring by the 10 count of a referee, you do lose. It is just not a respectable win. Okay, it may be a loss for Big Sludge, but there's an asterisk next to that one. Same if you win via disqualification. It's like a 0.5 of a win. This Big Sludge gets back in the ring, stomping his feet in the corner. Things have not been going very Big Sludge. It's alright, that was unintentional again. As he lifts up Azure Ballet, tossing the bird into the corner, throwing him across the ring. Big Sludge is like 700 pounds of pure force? Pure sludge. Pure sludge. Pure ooze. This is getting kicked in the dome by Azure Ballet. Massive super kick. Knocking. That was crazy. As Ballet climbs to the top rope, going for the leg drop off the top rope. The Swan Song connects. 1 count, 2 count, 3 count. Big Sludge does not pick up the win. Azure Ballet does. That is the Swan Song from the top rope. As we get the replays here, this was off to a good start for Big Sludge. He's moving in the right direction, I'd say. You know, like, he's going maybe up a percentage after each loss. Maybe next match, I'm giving him a 3% chance to win. And that's an improvement. Non-zero chance. But not to slander Big Sludge anymore as we talk about the victory here by Azure Ballet. I imagine, just picking up wins in Super Short Boys, it's important. Okay? Wins increase your rank. Rank increases your shot at title opportunities. And we're talking about title opportunities. Well, here's a very interesting title opportunity we have coming up next. So, last week, our tag team champions, Gord Gang Gang, had a singles match where Les Citrouilles fought against Gravekeeper's Cookie after some harsh words were exchanged on Twitter over just a simple, funny image of a pumpkin and an eggplant that Gravekeeper's Cookie shared as he comes out to the ring right now. Gravekeeper's Cookie. People love the little guy. He's small and angry. Just a little guy, Gravekeeper's Cookie. And after picking up his win last week against Les Citrouilles, what was asked was a tag team title opportunity. Cookie beat the champ, he should get the title shot, and all is fair. Unfortunately for Cookie, Citrouille's only one half of the tag team champions. So, Cookie needs to pick up the win here. If Gravekeeper's Cookie picks up the victory in this match, he will get the tag team title opportunity at high noon. If his opponent, La Bergine, is able to pick up the victory, then the Bobka Boys, the current highest ranked team, will get the tag team opportunity at high noon. as L'Aubergine makes his way down for singles competition. Hope that he fares better than Citroën did last week. Normally, they are part of a tag team, so they work a lot better as two than they do as one. Greater than the sum of their parts is the term I'm looking for to describe Gord Gang Gang. They're very smart when it comes to tag team. Trust me, they know how to fight as a team better than they know how to dress. We got L'Aubergine coming down to the ring on his own here. You can assume Le Citroën's at ringside with him, but it's time for a first singles match L'Aubergine has had on Rapid Fire Friday nights. I do not believe that L'Aubergine has had a singles match since he fought, let me try to remember. I don't remember. I think he had one before. It's irrelevant now, though he's in a match right now, as L'Aubergine is up to a strong start, just wailing on Cookie. Huge fists, Cookie remaining on his feet. See, Gravekeeper's Cookie, although he may just be a little guy. Sure, he doesn't have the size advantage. There is a warrior in his soul. He has a lot more strength than people give him credit for. L'Aubergine, despite having the huge size advantage, I wouldn't even say is a strength advantage. We get a nice leg lock suplex by L'Aubergine onto Cookie. L'Aubergine is completely in control right now. As you can see in the corner of the match, we have Le Citroën looking on. Headlock there by L'Aubergine. Not really looking to get a tap out. More just wear down the neck of Gravekeeper's Cookie, and you know what? Going after the neck is a smart thing to do. It's if Gravekeeper's Cookie doesn't lift you properly, that's gonna be all on the neck. Headbutts to the back of the head. Cookie knocks L'Aubergine down very quickly. One strike. Headbutts. Cookie's throwing his head into this game. Hey! Cookie grabbing L'Aubergine over his head. This is where it'll hurt your neck. Dropping L'Aubergine face first, face down in the dirt. Red jumpsuit apparatus. As Cookie goes for the pin here. One count. Only a one count on L'Aubergine from Gravekeeper's Cookie. Now, both these people need to win. Huge power bomb by Cookie, though. That's the strength. You wouldn't realize how much smaller Cookie is. He's got the strength of a warrior. He's got the heart of a barbarian. And he's got the strength of a giant as he plummets L'Aubergine in the ring, throwing those massive fists. Look at him go, Cookie. This is getting the crowd behind him, clapping the cheers of the crowd. I imagine everyone at home wants to see Cookie manage to take down L'Aubergine here. Cookie, arguably, he earned his title shot last week when he beat Citroën, but he didn't. As Cookie bounce off the ropes. Huge splash onto L'Aubergine as he goes for the pin. Citroën's trying to distract the ref. The ref ain't having any of it. 2 count. Only a 2 count. This ref, he's a professional. Let me tell you, he ain't getting distracted by you climbing up on the ropes. He knows how to do his job. Unfortunately for you, Cookie's hitting fire snap. Good luck, Citroën. You'll need it. 1 count, 2 count, 3 count. Cookie's done it. Gravekeeper's Cookie has beaten both of the tag team champions. And you know what that means? He gets a tag team title shot. Now I know what you're saying. Well, Cookie's not part of a tag team. And unlike our main event, we are not going to be giving Cookie a handicap match. In fact, we discussed this beforehand for who Cookie's partner is going to be for High Noon if he were to win which he does. Here's the big splash that really threw things in Cookie's favor. Almost a 3 count off that splash alone, and you see Cichuri trying to get involved, but our ref's actually doing his job for once. You haven't seen that before. And there's the fire snap that just ends the match. Cookie comes out victorious as the crowd cheers him on. The little guy's got big dreams, and those dreams are to be tag team champion walking out of High Noon. Cookie comes across victorious in this match. And what we'll see at High Noon for the Super Short Boys Tag Team Championship, Gravekeeper's Cookie plus a mystery partner of Cookie's choosing will be taking on Gord Gang. Despite Cookie having a victory over each of them in singles competition, Gord Gang are tag team experts, and we'll have to see what this mystery partner plays in with Cookie's plans as we look into our main event, which will decide the fate of another match on the High Noon card. And as he comes off of a sad loss last week, Samson Payne coming down to the ring after losing to Mothman for the Super Short Boys Championship last week, tapping out after an interference with skullduggery behind the ref's back caused probably massive head trauma to Samson Payne. And now, despite his rematch being granted, he's looking to even things out. Samson Payne wants to fight Mothman in a steel cage, and if he's able to win in this 2-on-1 handicap match, it will be so. Samson Payne has to defeat both Hellions of the Moth tonight in order for the steel cage to be drawn for their Wild West showdown at High Noon. Unfortunately, that's not such an easy task for Samson Payne himself. He's only one man. The Hellions are probably two. And as much as it pains me to see this again, this isn't the first time one of these men have been in the main event. Now, if you are a longtime viewer of Super Short Boys, you will remember one of these competitors. That is that man on the left, the Demon Duck. He's been around a lot longer than he has to. And that one on the right, Skullduggery. Samson Payne definitely has a message and some fists for Skullduggery here. Skullduggery cost him the title last week, so he's got to fight through Duggery and the Duck in order to get his title shot again. Now, the Demon Duck has a long history in Super Short Boys. This isn't his first time in the main event. I think this is actually his third main event, and that's kind of crazy. I may be wrong, but I believe back when we had that 6-man Hell in a Cell, under a different alias of the Human Rubber Duck, he was able to fight Delaware in the main event to qualify, but he lost. And then he lost a Battle Royal for the wild card slot as well. So, Demon Duck's no stranger to main events. He's been in as many main events as Samson Payne has. And oh god, do I want the Duck to lose. I can't stand him. There's a reason he was sent to hell in the last series. Okay? Unfortunately, though, as the new King of Hell, Mothman, is able to move people freely between Hell and Earth, and thus bringing the Duck back, along with his henchman, Skullduggery, his right-hand man, Skullduggery. Now, Samson Payne is off to a quick start here against the Demon Duck. Now, as handicap rules are applied, Samson Payne must stay in the ring at all times. I mean, I guess because he has no one to tag in. The Duck and Duggery, only one of them can be in the ring at once. They must tag each other in and out. But it's still a 2-on-1 scenario, as Samson Payne Goes to the top rope, massive elbow drop. Duggery tries to knock Samson Payne there, but the ref is watching. We have refs who do their job, and it is very impressive to see. I commend all of the referees in Super Short Boys for doing their job. Samson Payne going for a quick pin attempt here on the Duck, who has kicked out. Hellions of the Moth have picked up victories in the past over Salmon Money Inc., who remain victorious tonight. And I'm sure, ideally, Mothman would love to hold on to that title for as long as he can. As from what I'm aware of, Mothman's only claim to the throne in Hell is holding that title. It's very complicated. Satan used to have that belt, and now he doesn't. So now that Mothman does, therefore he's better than Satan. So if Samson Payne wins, I don't think he becomes the new King of Hell. I think he just becomes Super Short Boys champion if he's managed is to take that belt from Mothman in our high noon main event next week. Samson Payne's got the armbar in here, trying to get the Demon Duck to tap out, who manages to swerve his way out of this one. Duck's got to look to tag in Duggery. Duggery and Samson Payne. That's going to be fun to see. These two men definitely have a grudge. Massive. Here we go. The blood rushing to your head. Samson Payne showing off his feat of strength with a jackhammer. Stomping the life out of the Demon Duck. He taunts the crowd, gets them riled up. Samson Payne is here, and he's giving it all. 2-on-1 handicap match? Nah, Demon Duck ain't getting a chance to tag in. Unfortunately, though, Duggery's still here, and he can break up the pinfall. Quickly getting back on the apron where he's supposed to be. Duggery is enough of a distraction to cause the Duck to hit his corner move. As Duggery is now tagged in. Samson Payne on his back. Duggery is definitely the powerhouse of the Hellions. 1 count, 2 count. Not enough to keep Samson Payne down. And as Samson Payne is getting back to his feet, the Duck is tagged in. Duggery is keeping mind game. I guess the Hellions are keeping the mind games. Human Rubber Duck launching off the top rope, landing both feet on Samson Payne. I guess that was a little cryptic kill stomp of his own. Although he didn't hit the landing fully. So it's definitely not the result he was looking for. Samson Payne getting suplexed on the outside of the ring as the Hellions remain in control. It's a tag team match. They could be going for a count-out victory here, which would still allow them to interfere in our... I mean, I guess it wouldn't allow them to interfere in the main event. Samson Payne catches himself before the steps. As him and the Duck are staring down each other, the Duck wisely runs away. Samson Payne sliding into the ring at the last moment there. Kick to the stomach. Frontier slam by Samson Payne. Rope break. See, it's smart of Samson Payne here. He takes that extra second getting back in the ring. That's more energy he has time to recover. Duck and Duggery can tag in and out to recover. Samson Payne cannot. He's got to take every chance he can to recover here. As he's doing so now, letting the Duck crawl across the ring to tag in Duggery. Faced with a flex as these two men are getting into a slap fight here in the middle of the ring. Duggery planting Samson Payne down on the ground. Duggery says enough. Headbutt. I mean, skullbutt? Skullbutt? Yeah, sure. Throwing Samson Payne across the ring. This is what the plan was. The Hellions make Samson Payne go all out against the Duck, and then Duggery's here to clean it up. Elbow drop from the top rope gets dodged by Samson Payne. The Duck didn't do enough damage as Samson Payne's able to hit a neck breaker onto Duggery. He's in control. Duggery wisely rolls out of the ring, not letting Samson Payne continue his reign of terror there. As Samson Payne decides to catch his breath here. It's very important in the tag team match. You have no time to recover as the one in this handicap match. Duggery slow to get back to his feet, but the longer Duggery takes to get back to his feet, the more time Samson Payne has to recover. As they're back in the ring yet again, Samson Payne tossing Skullduggery over his shoulder, taunting the crowd yet again. Duggery's back up to his feet quicker than Samson Payne thought, yanking him off the top rope there. Sidewalk slam plants Samson down on the floor as Duggery misses the knee strike. Going for a jackhammer there onto Duggery. Samson Payne gets it countered as Duggery goes for a jackhammer of his own. It looked like Samson Payne able to knee strike his way out of that one as he just hoists Duggery in the air, planting him face down on the mat. He's going for the pin here, positioning himself in between Duggery and the rope so there is no rope break. Very smart of Samson Payne. So how he's able to get to the challenger as he just hoists deadlifts the entire weight of Skullduggery, which I do not know off the top of my head. Samson Payne's got Duggery up on the shoulders, and he's taking him on a one-way round trip on the pain train. Samson Payne goes for the pin. 1 count, 2 count. Duggery kicks out of the pain train. Samson Payne still sees the strength he's got. He ain't done. He's going to be giving it his all. Kick to the stomach here. Frontier slam. Samson Payne kicks Duggery out of the ring. He's climbing to the top rope. Samson Payne, huge splash as Duggery rolls out of the way. Samson Payne, the manly man he is, manages to get back up on his feet. Regardless, dropping Duggery onto the barricade, going after the leg. He's calling for the end here. Calling to the crowd that he's going to put Duggery away. Hoisting Duggery up yet again. Frontier slam on the side of the ring, which we do have some padding. Kick to the stomach. You got to get the pin in the ring. Good call there by Samson Payne, putting Duggery back in the ring. As he taunts yet again, Duggery is able to crawl over to his corner. Samson Payne lets Duggery tag out after all that. He was going for the pain train on the duck, but Duggery... That was an illegal blow, by the way. Duggery blocked the pain train attempt on the duck as he's still hoisted into the air. Duck going with swift kicks, knocking Samson Payne down. This could have been the downfall of Samson Payne. Knocking the head of Samson Payne into the ring post. Duggery is back again. They have achieved control. Not for very long. Samson Payne headbutt of his own. They're throwing moves at each other. Neck breaker by Duggery, who's calling to end it himself. As they're throwing blows at the head of Samson Payne. Are they going to go to tap him out as well? Repeated punches to the head by Skullduggery. As they go for a pin here. 1 count. You see, if Samson Payne loses this, it does not look like he's got a good chance at high noon. Head thrown into the ropes. The heck is this move? That's a springboard forearm and a back suplex together. Is that like their signature move? I don't actually know. Using his elbow to just rake across the face there of Samson Payne. That could break your nose. Choking him in that turnbuckle. Samson Payne. Oh, Doc's got his feet on. That's cheating. That's cheating. I thought You aren't allowed to have you or your opponent touching the ropes during a pinfall. That counts as a hold, or the pinfall counts as a hold, and the rope break means you got to break it. Samson Payne rolling to the outside here. Knee drop. Dodged by Samson Payne. Massive boot. Samson Payne is gaining some momentum back here. Spine buster to the outside. Head of Duck is just smashed against our LED screen there. Samson Payne dropping the Duck on the outside of the ring here. Maybe this has been Samson Payne's plan all along, to make sure the Duck is the one he's fighting with. As he throws the Duck just across. He just threw Duck the entire length of the ring. Walking out, taking some shots at Duggery on the outside as well. Spine buster again to the outside. As Samson Payne, military press, hoisting him in the air, dropping him right on the knee. The Duck is facing clearly outmatched by Samson Payne, who's resetting the count and takes Duggery down. Spine buster, head crashing into the apron again, this time to Duggery. This is the first time Samson Payne has knocked out both of the Hellions at once. Samson Payne driving the Duck's head into more objects. Duggery was knocked down on the outside. They're all on the outside, going to arm stomp. I could have broken the arm of the Duck. Takes a page out of Mothman's book, trying to break arms, it looks like. As Samson Payne is still taunting the crowd. I mean, I guess he's taunting the crowd and the Hellions, but taunting the Hellions by taunting the crowd. The Duck managing to get some control here. Suplex face buster. Samson Payne rolls out of the ring again. Every time the Duck and Samson Payne are outside the ring, it does not end well for the Hellions. As our main event continues to determine the fate of our main event of High Noon. Samson Payne's taking on Mothman. Is the steel cage coming into play, though? Will the crowd deemed boring Mothman take away the excitement of a steel cage when his Hellions defeat Samson Payne? 6 count. He's going back in the ring. Maybe Samson Payne's looking to win this by countout. There may be an asterisk next to the win in the books, but it's a win nonetheless. The Duck gets back to his feet at the count of 7. Back in the ring, no count out. Right hook by Samson Payne. Again, lifting the Duck in the air. DDT counter by the human rubber duck. By the demon duck. Suplex by the Duck. Face buster suplex by the Duck. Samson Payne rolling to the outside yet again as Duggery is tagged in. Duggery was probably tagged in there to go for the finish, but nonetheless, Samson Payne out on the side of the ring. Guess we'll just have to wait. Duggery climbing to the top rope. Doesn't think Samson Payne will be down for the count. As Duggery stalking Samson Payne from in the ring. He gets back up, double axe handle off to the outside. All of Skullduggery's force crashing down. Sidewalk slam. The Hellions. Are they going for count out here? Trying to break the arm of Samson Payne again. With repeated stomps to that arm. Weakening it up for Mothman perhaps. Flurry of chops. 6 count, driving him down to the ground. The Hellions could get this win by countout. They're throwing him back in the ring. Why go for countout when you can go for the real victory? The Duck is now the legal man. Tagged back in the Demon Duck for swift Neck crack there. Flying forearm. The Duck is in control. Climbing to the top rope again. Samson Payne has rolled to the outside yet again. The Duck just falls off the top rope. A mistake. A clumsy, clumsy mistake. He still gets the suplex on the outside. I think actually what happened was he was trying to go for his own cryptid kill stomp. He's just not as good as Mothman. Samson Payne raring to go after the Duck's mistake. Jackhammer on the outside. The blood rushing to the head of the Duck. Dropping him back first. Samson Payne tossing the Duck back in the ring at the count of 8. Neither of them are going for a count-out win. Huge swift kick there by the Duck, turning him around into the pain train. Samson Payne dodged the super kick into the pain train. 1 count, 2 count, 3 count. Samson Payne emerges victorious. Samson Payne has done it. Against the odds, Samson Payne comes out victorious, not only against the Demon Duck, but Duggery as well. 1 versus 2, the odds stacked in his favor. Here's the first pain train to Duggery, not enough to close the match, but the second pain train to the Duck. That's what ended the match. Samson Payne goes on to face Mothman in our main event of High Noon for the Super Short Boys Championship in a steel cage. And let me tell you, Samson Payne can beat 2 men. That's a scary thing for Mothman. Locked 1-on-1, no help from your henchman in the main event. Thanks everyone for tuning in to this week of Super Short Boys Rapid Fire Friday nights. We're back on our regular schedule every week. Next week we have our special event of High Noon brought to you live on YouTube, 7 p.m. EST. What makes High Noon a special event? Well, let me tell you something. It's a live event. Unlike all these pre-recorded ones you're used to. Come and chat, interact with your host during the event. We got our special show. Remember to tune in for that. Peace out.